Meghan Markle's latest speech has royal critics demanding she lose her Duchess title. When Meghan Markle prepared her speech for When We All Vote, a nonprofit organization launched by impressive celebrities including Michelle Obama, Tom Hanks, and Faith Hill, she didn't expect the reaction to be Piers Morgan and others calling her an embarrassment to the royal family. Michelle Obama, Tom Hanks, and Faith Hill. Michelle Obama is a huge hitter in the Democratic Party. She's former First Lady. She is a big, big deal, and that is a huge pairing for Meghan. Okay, very powerful pairing. With Michelle Obama behind Meghan, this really sets Meghan up for a political run, and I think we need to look at that. Tom Hanks, he's a really big star. I love a lot of his movies. Tom Hanks, very notably, just became a Greek citizen. And a lot of people are saying he has become a Greek citizen to avoid extradition in case they try to prosecute him for pedophilia stuff associated with that island and Mr. E and those other famous people, you know, in the news, okay? And I can't say their names because, let's read this. Piers Morgan and others called for Meghan Markle to lose her title after speaking out and urging people to vote. You can't be more political, and they break it down pretty good. Meghan Markle's participation in a virtual voting registration event for Michelle Obama's nonpartisan organization, When We All Vote, created a stir on social media Saturday, with some calling for her to lose her title for allegedly violating royal protocol. She absolutely is violating royal protocol. Markle's participation is noteworthy because members of the British royal family are reportedly expected not to discuss politics. They are apolitical. Although the rule may not apply since the Duchess of Sussex and Prince Harry stepped back from their royal duties in January and no longer formally represent the Queen. Okay, look, if they stepped back from royal duties and they no longer represented themselves as the Duchess of Sussex and the Duke of Sussex and HRHs, then they could pretty much do these things. But they constantly, relentlessly, never stop representing themselves as members of the royal family, and therefore are they are representing the royal family. They're bringing shame on the royals. All they have to do is just say, we're private citizens, we're keeping our titles, but we're not going to use them anymore, and we're not going to overtly state, we're not going to say Sussex Royal, which was taken away from them because the Queen is like, you can't do that. Okay, and now she's being political, and she's being political in the name of the monarchy. I'm sorry, you can't do that. And so I really get it that people are saying, take her title away. Some celebrated Markle for taking a stand, including royal commentator Kate Williams, who noted that other royals have discussed elections and political matters without it being a terrible scandal. Who? And podcast host Natasha Devon said Markle receives an entirely disproportionate amount of criticism. They always bring up Prince A, okay? They always bring up Prince A, and there's a point there. Others were critical, including journalist Piers Morgan and conservative London Assembly member David Curtin, who both tweeted she and Prince Harry should lose their Sussex titles, and pundit Julia Hartley-Brewer, who tweeted, it's not cancel culture, it's a breach of their employment contract. So look at who's saying this. Piers Morgan, very powerful, he's a journalist. David Curtin, a London Assembly member. So politics and the media, and then a pundit, Julia Hartley-Brewer. So the media and the political people in England are both expressing outrage. That's very powerful. Okay, these people represent. Although Markle didn't say who she's voting for in the presidential election, she said there's a lot of work to be done and a lot at stake, and asked people to mobilize and vote to create the change that we all need and deserve. She is very clearly partisan. Okay, Michelle Obama is incredibly partisan. Michelle Obama is not signing up Republicans to vote. She's only signing up certain sections of the population to vote against Donald Trump. Okay, that's extremely partisan and absolutely inappropriate for a royal family member. And I'm wondering what the Queen feels about this. Is she ready to like snatch her title away? Because look at how she acted with the Sussex Royals. She took away Sussex Royal. You can't do this. The family has already been very clear, you can't do this. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. This thing with Meghan and Michelle Obama, this did not just happen by accident. Okay, this was set up very carefully. I'm actually wondering how deep this rabbit hole goes, because that is a very powerful pairing for Meghan to be speaking with Michelle Obama, plus Tom Hanks, plus Faith Hill. These are really big hitters. Okay, they're all seriously woke individuals and Democrats, but most of all, Michelle Obama. She's the keynote. She stands next to the President of the United States. She's a really big deal. So, you know, I wonder. I've got this picture up because this is Meghan and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And Meghan is now styling herself as the new Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And you can literally hear Meghan saying exactly the same words. And she has Harry styling himself as the new Al Gore or the new Greta Thunberg. Okay, and we have Harry talking about the tipping point. We're at a tipping point, and that's a book written by Al Gore. And the tipping point is ecologically, he's saying we're just 10 years away. If we don't turn things around radically and give the government total control of our lives and spend $30 trillion and completely decimate the U.S. economy, which is Ocasio-Cortez's plan, then we're going to face an ecological nightmare, and we won't be able to turn around because we'll be past the tipping point. And all of them, Harry, Greta Thunberg, Ocasio-Cortez, they all use exactly the same words. They're very, very, very rigid. They walk in lockstep. You literally cannot say even one different word. You can't have a new idea. They're absolute Marxists. They won't let you say anything that isn't approved speech. And the words themselves must be approved. And that's why they sound like they speak in bumper sticker. So anyway, let's take a look, first of all, at Michelle Obama and Meghan Markle. Meghan's over here. How deep does this rabbit hole go with them? What are Michelle's plans? What are Meghan's plans? Because this is not a small thing. This is a really big deal. And the crown, the Queen and the Crown and Charles, they're looking at this. They're like, this didn't just happen yesterday. She didn't call her the morning. You know, Michelle Obama didn't call Meghan the morning of and say, hey, you want to come on this speech thing with me, and we're going to talk about voting. That didn't just happen. They calculated this. They talked about this. This has been in the works for quite a while, and a lot of arranging and stuff has gone on to make this happen. So let's look at Michelle Obama. Wow. And Meghan. Oh, that's interesting. So our first look is Michelle and Meghan. Meghans cards are interesting. 23. Let's look at Michelle. Relationship, karmic relationship, olive tree, deeply rooted relationship, very deeply rooted, hamster wheel. Go in the distance, over the long term. 12 and 10, 22, 6 hearts. 6, 6, 6, devil. 6, 6, 6, devil. 6, 6, 6, devil. Okay. So I think Michelle is looking at her relationship with Meghan as a long-term thing. She's developing a relationship. She's developing Meghan for the long term. And that should be what Meghan wants, but devil, something is not what it appears. The devil's a liar. The devil's a deceiver. I mean, he's the father of lies. So 666, you know, something is amiss there. Something is definitely amiss there. And we could consider a lot of possible things that would be amiss there. What's over here with Meghan? We got the no card. That's very interesting. Strength. She's rooting here. Virtue signaling, rooting and virtue signaling, and stop. 23, 6 clubs. Okay, so Meghan has the 6. Michelle, very wisely, is all about building the relationship for the long term. Meghan also has the relationship. She's going to mirror back whatever Michelle says. Michelle is the dominant. If we're going to post a picture of Meghan and Michelle, Meghan is going to be looking up at Michelle with this look of just absolute adoration. Okay, that's how she looks at people when she's, you know, love bombing them. What is this no? I think this no is, you know, a full stop of what she was doing before, which is being a royal, and now she's rooting. She's very rooted in the virtue signaling, you know, all the woke speaking, the environment. It's all woke speak. You know, I'm very concerned about the environment. It is absolutely our job as humans to watch over the environment and to take care of it. But I don't want people like this making decisions because they're idiots. Okay, basically anything therefore I'm kind of against because they're just so, everything they do is political and emotional. And these decisions cannot be made politically or emotionally. They need to be made scientifically, and these people are not scientists. And Greta Thunberg, you know, a mentally, psychologically, you know, she has issues. Greta Thunberg has issues, and I don't want Greta Thunberg, who literally knows nothing about the environment and is only repeating words that adults tell her, I don't want her deciding what should be done about the environment because they're going to destroy the environment and kill all of us. That's my concern. I want the environment taken care of. I don't want it destroyed in the name of taking care of it. So I do see, what I see is I see a strong relationship and long-term for the future, but something's amiss over here with the devil, 666. So what do we have on the bottom? Working towards transformation. Boy, that's true. Working towards transformation. Water into wine can also be a deception card. So we have the devil, which is the worst deception card, and we have underneath we have also working deceptively, speaking and talking and acting deceptively. Yeah, it can definitely be interpreted that way, or it can be doing actions towards transformation of a situation. They're doing both. Okay, what do we have here? We have additional. We have 7 spades, veil, scourge, and straight razor. 10, 11 adds 3 clubs. So 3s, building actions. 3s are building actions. 2s are pairs. 1 is a beginning. 2s are pairs. 3 is building actions. So really working very hard behind the scenes in secret with a secret agenda, very aggressively. Okay, yeah, there's a secret agenda going on here. There's deception, there's a secret agenda, there's the devil, there's deception, and there's a secret agenda. So things are not what they appear. If you are taking them at face value, if you're taking what Meghan says and what Michelle Obama says at face value, you're being deceived. Okay, that's what the cards are saying. You are being deceived if you take them at face value. You know, we're just trying to save the environment. We're just trying to do what's best for the country. You're being deceived. That's what the cards are saying. They're deceiving you. Let's look at the Queen and Meghan Markle. Let's look at the energy between the Queen and Meghan Markle. Is the Queen looking at stripping Meghan of her title, because this is really a big deal. This is really a big deal. This is not an accident. This is a big deal. I mean, if Meghan, you know, just in her mind was like, what is the thing that is going to upset the monarchy the most? What can I do besides not wearing stockings and wearing sleeveless dresses all the time? What is the thing that's going to upset them the most? And that's going into politics, okay, and using her titles. There's nothing that could possibly upset the monarchy and the Queen more, and that's exactly what she's doing. And boy, I mean, Meghan is like go big or go home. She went with Michelle Obama. I don't even think, maybe Barack has a little more pull than Michelle, but wow, she went straight to, I'm impressed. You know, and people are going to say, oh, you love Meghan Markle. Oh, you're a guy. You just look at, oh, okay, fine. But, I mean, she's a hitter. Meghan is a hitter. She's not somebody to be trifled with. I'm impressed. So let's look at the Queen and Meghan. Queen, put the Queen here over Ocasio-Cortez. Ooh, Meghan. Oh my goodness. Wow. So the devil's right in the middle of Meghans cards. Oh dear. I don't know what that means. Okay, looking at the Queen and Meghan. Well, this devil really jumps out at me. Fox, devil, and coffin. Wow. Can you get any darker? Now, this is the relationship between Meghan and the Queen. The Queen, lovers, close, intimate relationship, committed. 4 is Ace of Spades cut. Big change to the connection, the marriage, and the close relationship. She wants to cut it. Okay, so this says to me, the Queen says, you're violating our relationship. You're violating our personal relationship. Okay, you're a member of a family and you're violating, it's a breach of contract. You're breaching the contract of being a royal. And I think that what I read to you, that article where it says it's a breach of contract, that is exactly right. That's exactly what is being done here. It's a breach of, it's not just a breach of protocol, it's a breach of the contract of being a royal. Okay, and the relationship itself. The Queen feels that the relationship is changing and is violated. So definitely a problem. Up here we have earthquake. Okay, just a disaster. The 10s are completion. The end, a completion, the worst possible outcome in front of all the people adds 4 spades, 16, 4 spades, coffin. Ending and the worst possible ending. So definitely thinking about removing the title. What do we have over here with Meghan? Devil. Devil is vengeful. Devil is capricious. Devil is just nasty. She is just thinking of all the things she can do to just be as nasty as she possibly can. And there's dead things in the box. 23 and 4, 27, cross the permanent relationship. This is a slash and burn. Her side actually says, Meghan's side actually says, she is doing whatever she can to hurt the Queen and the royal family the most. She's doing what she can to hurt them the most. It's like very, very personal. The devil is very, very personal and nasty. She's being as nasty as she can to the Queen and the royal family. And the Queen says this is a big change to our personal relationship. Interesting. What do we have up here? Soured relationship, going forward, and this is with the mother, 11 and 12, 23, 6 clubs. It's all about the relationship. So, and 6 clubs, 6 spades, 6 diamonds, 6, 6, 6, devil, 6, 6, 6, devil. So, and the devil's right in the middle. So, I think Meghan is intentionally violating the relationship. It seems like she asked herself what is the nastiest thing she can do to really attack the royal family, and she feels that this is it. That's interesting because this is how people really are. they're much more emotional than they are rational. And Meghans Cards over here are saying that her foray into politics is more about a personal vendetta, emotional thinking, than it is rational thinking. I don't think Meghan is a dummy. I think Meghan is smart. Okay, and she's very calculated. I think she's more clever than intelligent. There's different kinds of intelligence. I actually think that Harry is quite emotionally intelligent. I think Meghan is not emotionally intelligent. I think Meghan is not like book smart, not at all. But Meghan is very clever, like a fox. Very, very, very clever and very determined. And I am very impressed that she got, out there with Michelle Obama. I'm impressed. That's the hat trick, man. She really hustles. Okay, she is really, really a hustler behind the scenes. She gets it done. Will Meghan back away from politics after this? Because there's going to be some blowback. There's going to be some blowback, and people are talking about stripping her title. Okay, so is Meghan going to, in the future, in the coming weeks, as it blows back on them, because this is going to be a big deal, is Meghan going to move further into politics, or is she planning a political run because she's really setting one up with Michelle Obama, or is she going to back away in the coming weeks? Setting up a political run or back away? All right, on the surface we have Magi manifesting, 22, 23, 6 clubs, heart, talking about issues of the heart, virtue signaling, okay, talking very emotionally. Meghan always gets the devil, and she gets 10 hearts talking emotionally. She's always talking very emotionally. That's the issue that I have with people like Ocasio-Cortez. It's emotional talking, it's not rational talking, and then they scream, but it's the science. Nothing they say has anything to do with science or logic at all. Okay, and that's the issue that I have with them. Because I'm not stupid, and I do care about the science. And these are the people without the science. These are the people who just talk about their feelings. And I have no time for that business, that nonsense. That's just nonsense. Miss me with that nonsense. Who says that? That's the amazing Lucas. Miss me with that nonsense. He's exactly right. Just miss me with your emotional talking. Don't want to hear it. Okay, so she is manifesting 22, 23, 6 clubs. She is developing a relationship. Is she moving further into politics, or is she going to step away? There's no breaking here. Nothing breaking. She's definitely creating. She is this person who talks about feelings and emotions and makes it political. That is what she's doing, and she's developing relationships with people who do that. And I can't think of anybody more powerful or better than Michelle Obama for this, because that's what Michelle Obama does. And she's at the top of her game. I'd say that Michelle Obama is probably the most influential person in American politics as a female on the left. More influential than Hillary Clinton. Why? Because standing beside Hillary Clinton is Bill Clinton. Okay, and standing beside Michelle Obama is Barack Obama, and people are not saying negative things about Barack Obama. Okay, they're saying a lot of negative things about Bill Clinton, and it just keeps coming out. Okay, so his name is not pulling in the right direction. What's underneath? We have the scapegoat, we have cup overflowing, and handcuffs. This card, 10 hearts, and the devil always shows up for Meghan. So it's all based on the overflow of emotion, committed to talking about the emotions and her victim status, 1825 spades. The problems, the victim status. She's moving into politics. This is a problem for the royal family. She's moving in. There's nothing about breaking here. It's all about the emotions and virtue signaling. She's not moving away from politics. She's moving into politics. So she's setting herself up in politics. Is the public going to push for is there going to be a big public outcry to push for a stripping of the titles from Meghan and maybe Harry? But let's look at Meghan, because he's the grandson. He's the legit heir. And all he has to do is walk away from Meghan, and then it's just Meghan. So, and I think, gosh, I hope he would. He's lost so much. So is there now going to be a big push for the strip of the titles from Meghan and maybe Harry? But we're looking at Meghan. So there's going to be a big push for the strip of the titles from Meghan. We have Piers Morgan, we have the media, and we have powerful people in government saying this already. So the government and the media, what's left? What's left to say strip Meghan of her title? Okay, working together very publicly. This is the royal family card, 13 four hearts. The people very closely associated with themselves working together very publicly. And nothing is more, the two most solid cards are inheritance and cross. The two most solid cards we have. So very solid. There are institutions involved working together very publicly and closely associated with. So the media and the government. Cornucopia, Sun, and Angel. Sun reveals all and his success. Money, 9 and 11, 25 spades. So are they going to push to strip Meghan of her titles? I don't see any breaking or stripping titles here. I do see them working together. I see the money and the angel. This is really hard to read. I do see up here very bad ending. This does say to me, the Queen is very, very measured in her approach. She's extremely unemotional in her actions, which is why I admire her so much. The Queen and the Crown's actions are exactly the opposite of these two we're looking at. Okay, and that's why I admire the Queen's actions, because she thinks with her head and she uses her mind, and she's very, very good, and she responds to circumstances as they come up. Okay, Ocasio-Cortez, her Green New Deal, she's pretending she's responding to a problem. That problem does not exist, as she says, and the solution to that problem, they even admit that the Green New Deal has very little to nothing to do with the environment. It's about completely taking over and remaking the political landscape. So it's all deception, 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 and this adds devil, and we have deception, we have deception cards here with what Michelle is doing, Michelle Obama. This is hard to read over here. So, public outcry. So in the foundation, people are going to, there's going to be a lot of looking at this. I don't think they're ready to strip her of her title yet. They're not ready. They're going to let her, the old phrase, they're going to give Meghan enough rope to hang herself. She's going to keep doing political things, and it's going to become such a problem that the outcry is going to become so much. They're not ready. It's very stable. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to watch and wait and let Meghan hang herself. How far does Meghan want to go into the political arena? We're just going to see. That's what I see happening. Okay, so let's review. Michelle Obama and Meghan. They are establishing long-term rootings and relationship, but devil. A lot of deception going on here, a whole lot of stuff going on under the surface. So don't believe the words they say, because that's not what they mean. Do not take what they say at face value. And I'm not being partisan. That's what the cards are saying. Do not take what they say at face value, because that's not really what they're doing. Look behind the scenes, okay? And, you know, that happens quite often in the political arena. All right, the Queen and Meghan. The Queen feels that this violates the contract. It's a breach of contract, and it violates the personal relationship. Underneath, it's all the time. And Meghan, this is what's so interesting to me. Meghan, it's like a personal attack on the monarchy. It's very, very much a personal attack and sour grapes, and I'll do anything to hurt you. My name is Meghan, and I'm going to do anything I can to hurt you, even if I have to cut the nose off my face to hurt you, to spite you. And that's what it looks like she's doing. All right, is Meghan going to back away from politics, or is she planning a run? This is all about the woke speak. She is setting everything up. This is her brand. This is her brand, and she's working it, and politics are perfect for her. This is the political brand right now. So she's moving further and further into politics. Is there going to be a big public outcry? People are going to watch everything. This is a wait and see how deep this rabbit hole will go with Meghan. And Harry, for that matter. And Harry, I hope you see this, Harry. It's time to cut and run. Get on a plane and fly away with your armed security. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and